Did you get it now?
Give it a second,
Tell me if we're streaming. Minnie, are you checking?
I am.
Okay. Oh boy, it's gonna be a good one.
Which way did he go?
Hey everybody, happy Festool Friday! Woo! And this is 12 noon, so that means it's Festool Live. We have a special guest on the board, back for another attack. It is Garrett Fumio Sato working the board for us, keeping me sane today. Behind the camera, we have Chris, the unit Cybert, and this is the first time in my life I've been taller than Chris.
Well, there was that one time.
What? Okay. Hey, working, to answer your questions on the line is Brent. Thank you, Brent, once again. And right over here, behind the board hiding, tell us where you're from, Minnie. Woo!
Hi there.
How was that, Garrett? Did I do this okay?
Yeah, we're live, you know that, right?
Oh, yeah. I know. Hey, did you even show the cinder blocks yet? Woo! I feel tall.
That's a
Woo! Hey, you guys ready to get going? I am. All right, I've been waiting for this for many, many years, and finally I get a chance to show you an unbelievable rotary hammer. But before I start, let's take a step back. Chris did his due diligence today, and in the description, we have a lot of the episodes that we talked about hammer drills and impact drills and rotary hammers. But there's reason I gotta do this because of the new KHC 18 rotary hammer. It's got another function, so hopefully this makes a lot more sense. Okay, so we have, right here, the TPC, known as a hammer drill. And if I spin this, you're gonna see nothing's happening. But when I put pressure on it, okay, so what has happened is, and you'll see it right here, see how it goes back? It's spinning normally here, but as soon as I do this, it goes back on a cog that has bumps on it. So what happens is it vibrates, emphasis, vibrates this carbide tip on this what? Concrete drill bit, right? Now, that is what is known as a hammer drill. A rotary hammer, like we've done this, we did it against, the episode is in there. Do you remember the episode unit?
27.
You gotta be kidding me. Do you know what episode this is, Minnie? 189.
Oh, wow.
Well,
the episode.
Yeah, but I can't, I don't know the difference between 187, never mind. Okay, so this is a rotary hammer. This is the BHC. You have two modes. You have drill mode, where it's just spinning, but then you have this, where there's a hammer. A little confusing, but you see it, you can feel it. You can actually feel it when you do this. And what's happening is it's spinning, and there's a piston hitting it. It's the best way I can describe it, okay? And you'll see this, there's so many different sizes of rotary hammers. But when this came out, the BHC here in the States, I went, what if I need to chip? Aha! Guess what? The new KHC 18 has the rotary hammer function. It has the drill function. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Has the drill function, has the rotary function, and you'll see in a few minutes it has a chipping function. All right. So, the type of shank that this takes, or what I call steel, whether it's a core bit, a chipping bit, or a drill bit, it takes the SDS Plus system. And you'll see the shank right here, all right? You'll see the different slots in here. When 30 years ago, I was really confused and I said, what does SDS stand for? And that person told me it's slot drive system, or nowadays I hear it's a slot drive shank. Now this is the plus, not to be confused with SDS Max. SDS Max is a larger diameter, okay, 3/4, I believe, diameter, 18mm diameter. It has a slot drive system like that, but that goes into much larger rotary hammers. And then you have, boy, I don't even know if it still exists, but you have a rotary hammer that used to take spline shank, and that was confusing for folks. And then also you have straight 3/4 demo steel, and that's just for demolition hammers. But what does everybody want? They want an all-in-one machine. Okay, now with SDS Plus, which the KHC is, you're not ripping up and taking down and demolishing a building. What you're doing is you're doing light chipping with it, you're doing drilling with it, and you're doing rotary hammer work. But there's so much more to this, and every time I use this, I find out something new on it. I mean, I could talk about things like an LED light, which is very bright, especially when you're doing demolition, okay, or even overhead. You're kind of in a dark space sometimes, right? Okay, you have a scaffolding hook that's removable. You can hang it anywhere when you're not using it. Okay, this sounds funny, but I could see this being a really cool feature. You have a forward and reverse here, but if you put it in the middle, it locks out the trigger. All right? It comes with your SDS chuck, all right, and it's quickly removed, but it also comes with a keyless chuck, and you hold it here and spin it here to open it up. So if you have just regular proprietary concrete bits and not SDS Plus, you can use them in there, or if you need to use this as just a standard drill. Good. So when I show people what should I get, should I get a TPC versus a KHC? I go, are you drilling into concrete all day long? And if the answer is yes, I'm going to put you into a rotary hammer because it is less effort. I don't have to put a ton of pressure like I do on this. I let the hammer do it, or the rotary hammer. Okay, just like the BHC, if you're drilling into concrete all day, that's a lot of vibration, but we have this built-in dampener here. See that? I actually do chest exercises like this. It's really good. Never mind. I have one in my gym at home. I'm just kidding, okay? But this actually dampens the vibration that you feel when you're drilling into concrete. Good. Okay, it comes with a handle, a depth stop rod. What it doesn't come with, this killer accessory. All right, we have shown you over the years, and this has limitations. It's a 1/2 inch diameter. I showed this in the TPC versus BHC earlier, okay, episode 27. Thank you, Chris. Okay, where you can get great dust extraction with this. But now, even when you're chipping, you get killer dust extraction. This is an accessory, and it comes with an extension. I'm going to show you how this all goes together in a few minutes. You can also use it on your BHC. So that's a great accessory. Okay, let's step over here. Enough talking. Let me get my SDS chuck on. And let's see, just like that, get the ball bearings lined up. Now, you have some limitations with this, depending on what you got the diameter here. I'm going to measure this really quick. See, I'm always learning something. I want to teach you guys. The diameter you're limited to is about 55 millimeters or 2 1/4 bit to put in there. You're not going to do much more than that with this. But one of the first things I saw, because I used to use rotary hammers for this back in Florida, is a couple of things. Linoleum floors. Chris, come over here. Come over this way. Okay? Now, when you take a slot drive system, I'm going to put it in chipping, okay? You just take it like this and turn it. Okay? See that? And you see how it locks in? Now, do I have to go like this to use it? No. There is a, and when you do this, you turn this, you turn it, and see where it says rotation right here? Hopefully it comes through. I can rotate this now to the position I want to chip in. So I may want to go right here or go straight. however I want it, and then I take it, and guess what? It's locked in that position, because now I put it in chipping. Okay, now, when you first start using this, you have to get used to putting a little slight pressure on it to get it to start to hit. But when I take it and I have this mastic down, you'll see where this will start to kick in, see? And I can really go to town with it. I know it. Oh, that's a sharp blade. That makes a little bit of noise. But I can take that right up, okay, effortlessly. Okay? Chris, are you okay?
I'm great.
Okay, but I can't use this with the dust extraction is what I'm getting at. The nice thing is we do have a corded tool. Once you remove this linoleum, guess what you have? You have this glue up. The best tool for this, and the master of it, is sitting right over at the board. It's Garrett Sato. This is the RG 130. And this has been fantastic for removing this and remodeling. So yes, it's a great remodeling tool, the RG 130, but we also have this to chip up the initial. Now, let's set this up for success. Let's see, I'm gonna come over here so we can get a better view of this and I get an overall. I'll bring this one over that I haven't used yet. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna use this chipper right here. Okay, and I'm gonna chip up some tile, okay, real easy. What I always do, and this is what I was taught 30 years ago, it's always good to have in your sustainer, your case, a little bit of white lithium grease. It even says it in the owner's manual. And what I'll do is I'll take a little white lithium grease and put it on here and just wipe off a lot of it with a paper towel. So just remember to do that. This is a tool that is for demolition, drilling into concrete, and that's an abrasive material. So if you have a little bit of lubrication on that shank, it goes a long way into removal. But I'm gonna, let me go over this. Okay, see this right here? Hopefully this comes through. Garrett, let me know if this is coming through. You have two holes here. One's for KHC and one's for BHC. And what goes in there is right here. Is your depth stop rod. That comes with the KHC. So I have it set up on the KHC, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release the handle here like this. I'm gonna try to get in the right position here, Chris.
You're good.
I'm good?
You're great.
Oh, thank you so much. Coming from you, that means so much. Now, when you put it here, don't slam it against there. You're gonna see right here, you have these little bristles, okay? And what's gonna go in there is when I insert the shank, it's gonna go in there and surround it like that. See that? Okay, so what you want to do, and it says this in the owner's manual, yes, I think I'm the only human who has read it, okay, is when you put it in, you bump it and take it out about 1 centimeter. I just eyeball it like this so it's away a little bit, and I lock it in here, and I lock it in here. Now, on the end, and I want to make sure you get this, Chris, on the end here, you have this little clear plastic piece, and you have 4 notches here. That actually draws air in, so you get a great suction. And if you don't want to use this and always leave it attached, you have this cork. I guess that's the best way to say it. Okay, so what are we going to do first? Let's chip some tile, and let's see. Oh. You're supposed to say Sedge, it's right in front of you.
Oh, Sedge, it's right in front.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take that and aim it in there, and oh, see how it clicks in? But I don't want to chip like that, so I'm gonna take it like this, and I'll put it to that, and rotate it, and then lock it in, just like this. Okay, so I think I'm getting everything. Woo! Oh, what does, quick trivia question, what feature, safety feature, does the TPC and the KHC have in common? Does anybody know? Okay, you ready? Remember on the TPC when you're running a big bit and it kicks on you? Oh, that's really good. Look, look, hey, get over Garrett. Garrett, do that again. Oh, you're messing with me. Hey, everybody check it out. If I go like this, it has anti-kickback stop. And then it automatically resets itself. So you can't get hurt with it. If you've ever run a big hole saw or a big core, a bigger core bit than this, and you catch some rebar in there, Woo! It takes you for a ride. Okay, so check this out. And you're going to see a lot of the dust comes up with it. So you can chip tile. I know this is probably not the best application because we put this on Wonderboard with a little thin set on there. But you can see if you're doing some chipping like this, you can chip tile all day long if it's like on concrete, but we got some fiberglass in that Wonderboard that we put it on. But you can see this is a great application, chipping up tile. Now, if I got like a 30-story building and I got to chip up all the tile, I'm probably not going to use this. I'll probably go get a bigger machine to do it. But this is just a great for a remodel. I got to chip off some stuff. Oh, you know what really works good? I got it. If I got dust extraction hooked to it. So let's see the difference between dust extraction with, oh, hang on. I'm going to do this. Give me a second. You're making me nervous. Bluetooth battery. So I'm going to take this. Let's see if there's a lot less dust, isn't there? So I can take that up all day long and have less dust. So there you go. All right. Now, next, let's remove the bit. So, Chris, come in here so you can see this. As I pull it out, I'm going to take it out like that, and I'm just going to move over this way. Be careful of the block.
Yes, sir.
You cool? So, let's see if we can see that dust extraction a little bit better. I'm going to stick these in here, get them out of the way. Just leave that. So, let's chip a little block, and I get a better bit. Oh, where'd I put those? Oh, right here. I'm going to take a narrower bit, just so you can see. I'm going to take it like this. There it goes. You hear it click. Always wait for it to click. And you can see. Now let's see if that dust extraction kicks in good. That's pretty daggone good. Okay? And you could chip all day with this. And I'm so glad we came out with the chipping feature, but let's take it a step further. Okay, I'm gonna put in, and I'm gonna bring it back to rotary hammer. I want you to see the dust extraction on this. Oh, come on. Ooh, that's going in a little bit sideways. Ooh, I might have a chip in there. Let's take it out. Give me a second. I'm just going to loosen this to see where I'm at. Yep, had a little bit of schmutz in there. Let me take this back out, bring it back in. Just always be patient with yourself when you're doing stuff like this, because every once in a while, things go awry. Now what I want to do, and this is when I had planned to do this, is I'm going to take out the dust extraction. And I'm just set this here. And I'm going to grab an SDS bit. Let's put it in there, just like this. Oh, come on, get in there, big guy. Ah, there it is. There's the click. Okay, so if you remember, wow, I got to stop working this hard. If you remember in that episode 27, I showed with and without dust extraction. So here it is without. Okay, Chris, come in here. You may think there's not a lot of dust, but daggone it, there's a lot of dust. So let's hook up the dust extraction. Give me 2 seconds. Where are you? Oh, thank you. He doesn't even work. He just doesn't even work the board. He hands me this. Okay, Chris, can you come in here?
Yes, of course.
Now, a lot of people don't know this. This is a lock-on hose. See how I highlighted the arrow and I highlighted it on here? When you put it in, you turn it on. So when you're working overhead, okay, and if you're working overhead, it'd be nice to have like an external apparatus to take the weight off next week, all right? But let's come over here, and I want to turn this on. I'm going to put it in the same hole, but I want you to see look how that evacuates. Look at that. So now you don't, pretty impressive, huh, Minnie?
Yes, it is actually.
So what happens is now the time savings is I don't have to go back and clean that out. I do it all at once, especially if it's overhead. Now, more about the dust extraction. Come over here, Chris. Please. Whoa. Let's get this out of the way. All right, so when you get the dust extraction connection, it comes with these two pieces. Okay, you understand this now, right? But what it comes with is this great instruction piece of paper. Believe it or not, it is great because it explains that if I'm using a larger bit, I might want to put on an extension. So what you have to do first is remove this, and there's a little ridge here, and you got to be patient. I had to learn to just take my fingers and put them right here to hold it and see how it snaps together, so you get an extension for this. All right, now to put this on, I just take it like this, and now I have that, and I can put that right back on my KHC, and it works great. So there you go. All right, I wish we had a behind the scenes camera sometimes, you know, especially when Sato's in the room.
No kidding.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, let's talk about that accessory drill chuck. You following me so I can wipe my sweat off? I mean, hey Garrett, did you turn off the air conditioning?
Let me get that for you, sir.
You get that, sir? Okay, good. Okay, hang on, hang on. Oh, Ball State. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so what if, and I know people who do this all day long in Florida, and I'll tell you their trade, hurricane shutter installers, okay? So when I set this up for success, I will take this, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just take this like this. I'm gonna remove that drill bit, and I'm gonna put in a Tapcon bit, the right size Tapcon bit. So what if I have a bunch of Tapcons to set, right? Okay. Let me get that in there, Sedge. I'm trying to rotate it and get it in there. Oh, there it goes, there's a click. Okay, I know a lot of people who try to take this to install it. No, you have to push it in and just wiggle it around. That's why the lubrication helps. So it sets in there through the slots. You have to find the slots that line up. And I know a lot of people that would take this afterwards and set the Tapcon. But what I'm going to do is line this up to get going. So it's in drill, and I'm going to make sure it's in rotary hammer mode. Okay, and I'll drill it over here so I remember. Okay, so I drilled my Tapcon hole, right? Okay, and I would drill several of them first. And then there's a couple of options, and I wanted to make sure you guys all saw this today. I'll remove this, I'll remove the bit, and then I have to set that Tapcon, because I love using hexes for setting Tapcons, right? So I have my Centrotech tip here with the right hex driver. Okay, now what I can do is I can take this, okay, it doesn't go in here, but I can take this off and put it in here. Okay, but what I like to do is, this is an accessory. I made sure Chris put this in the description. This is an SDS slot drive system to fast fix. So what you can do, and this is an accessory, okay, is make sure that goes in there like that. Then take your Centrotech hub and put it on there like that. And then that goes in there like that. Okay, so now I can take this and set that Tapcon. But what do I gotta do? Right over here, it's an all-in-one. I put it in drill, and I just I set my TapCon all day long. So there you go, the KHC 18. I'm looking around, and one other thing I want to mention, and I said it earlier, we have rotary hammers and we have hammer drills. The TPC is a lot more than a hammer drill, okay? Because you have the fast fix stub on it, so I could put all the fast fix chucks on it, like a 3/8 socket adapter, a drywall, depth setting, regular chuck, right angle chuck, eccentric chuck, Centrotech. All right, so it's a little bit more. But if I'm drilling concrete all day long, I don't want all this vibration through my bones. I want to use something that's got a more positive hit, and you can do it all day long with this. So if you're a concrete driller, we have the ultimate chipping, drilling, and rotary hammer all in one. It only weighs about 6 pounds. Okay, and I'm going to reiterate this. 2.6 joules of hit, which comes to about 2 foot-pounds of hit. So it's powerful in a really small hammer. Whew! Okay, did I cover everything? I'm looking over here. I think I covered everything. Yes, good. And if I forgot, it's okay, I'll do another one later. Okay. Now, I have to mention this to everybody in North America. I was just allowed to start to talk about this and all the other new tools coming out. These will be available in North America September 12th. So make sure you check it out. How does that sound, Garrett? Beautiful. Hey, was that a compliment?
It was.
I did ask for it. Okay, everybody. I think that's it on the KHC 18. Holy moly, I actually felt like I worked today. Right on time. Hey, Chris,
yeah.
Check it out. Did I say an hour? We got it. All right, everybody, let's go. I perspire. Glow and glisten. That's nice, Minnie. Thank you. Okay. Garrett, you want to read some of these off with me? He just got laryngitis. Okay, hey, we got Rob from South Devon, England. We got Joe from Waseca, Illinois. We have Doug from Zeville. That's Zionsville. How you doing, Doug? Ernesto from San Francisco, California. Ray from Pensacola, Florida. Big Island Ed. We have Andrew from Toledo, Ohio. Merlin from Walla Walla, Washington. Mac S. from Woodcraft, Maryland. Eric from Palmdale. Stevie Z. from Sweden. We have Woodcraft Dayton. Oh, yeah, Dayton, Ohio. Woodcraft crew. We have Oliver from Southern California. Leo from Holland. Matt from Tinley Parkula. Nice. Rick from Sunny Blackpool. UCase. Did he really write that?
He did.
All right. Way to go, Rick. Or is it Rick or Rich? Rick. Okay, we have Jacob from Rhode Island. Chris from Malta. He's always there with us, isn't he? Woo! Okay, we have Mr. Hugster from Chichester. We have Jason from Fenton, Michigan. We have Dave from Portland, Oregon. Des from Harrogate, England. Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington. We have Richard and George the dog from the UK. Oh, that's cool. We have Pocono Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, Pocono Joe. We have from Pennsylvania, Blake Weber from Nevada, California. Mike, Hannah, and John from Massachusetts. Petri from Jolarvi, Finland. Lode from Stockholm. Oh, Minnie. Sylacauga, Alabama. Did that sound good?
His name's Ty.
Hi, Ty. Oh, his name's Ty. Ty from Sylacauga, Alabama. Captain Kirk from Rocklet in Marietta, Georgia. Stefan from Germany. Willie the Sparktrician. Bermuda Steve. Yoshi from Indonesia. Is that the first Indonesian?
No, Yoshi's been here before, but yes, I think he is.
Hi, Yosh. How are you? Good, man. We have Dirk from Dayton. Woo! We have Craig and Tyler from Virginia. We have Mark from Los Angeles, California. Tom and Kelly from Eatonton, Georgia. Love you. We have Juntu from Kirkkonummi, Finland. Did that sound good?
Yeah.
I got it first time. Dan, my main man Dan from Kingman, Arizona. Percy from Mauritius. That's kind of cool. I know that's a country, right? Mauritius? Or an island?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. We'll look it up. I think that's the first time we've had you, Percy. Jeff from Clarksburg, Massachusetts. Really? That's cool. Johnny Ho from Atco, New Jersey. Paul, Cheryl, Sam from Anthem, Arizona. Dana from Yakult, Washington. Norman from Fallbrook, California. Eli from Denver. Brian from Odessa, Texas. Leslie from Bennett, North Carolina. Jeff Covey from Michigan. Woo! I'm hanging with Jeff in October, baby. Up in Detroit. Klaus from Beer Place, Denmark. I want to go there. It sounds like heaven. Rob, woo, from Minson, New Jersey. Paul from Reading, Berkshire, UK. Bo from Finland. Gate from Eden, New York. Miro from Croatia. Kurt from Rochester, Michigan. Miloš from Serbia, Belgrade. Mark from Irvine, California. Carrie from Dallas. Angel from Paint Center. Cool. Caitlin from Petersboro, New Hampshire. Yizu from Paramaribo, Suriname. Warren from Batavia, Ohio. He's in Daytona Beach.
I know, right?
Dude, if I ever meet you, I'll get some great stories from Daytona. All right, we have Joshua from Las Vegas. It's Dave Van Gwen from West Virginia. All right, Mark from Krimpen aan de Lek, Netherlands. The Gov, Gary. He's not in Plano, Texas.
He said he was.
Yeah, you're full of it. Okay, you know what he said last week? He was from Sedgeville. We have Larry from New Bern. He's from Plano, Texas. He's from the UK. That's why he's the governor. All right, we have Mehul Yeper. We have Lillowit and Lloyd from North Wells. How you guys doing? We have Greg from northern Minnesota. We have Mark from Ipswich. Guys, you know what the best thing about Ipswich, if that's Ipswich, Mass? The best clams on the planet. They got great bellies. We have Bernie Bayer from Black Forest, Germany. And he is in New York. Woo! Hopefully NYC. It's like the coolest place. Bradley from Orlando, Florida. We have Sawdust from Ohio. So,
I'm sorry.
what? We have
Anyway.
we have Soren from Denmark, Danielle from Baratwil, Switzerland. We have
Daniel.
It's Daniel from Baratwil, Switzerland. We have Kazba from Hungary. We have Giev from Shaker Heights. How are you? We'll see you hopefully at Hatfield again. We have Jim from Pensacola, Keith from Bozeman, Montana. Michael from Hawaii. I know somebody else in this room from Hawaii. We have Michelle from Paris, France. Stefan from Bellevue, Nebraska. We have George from Tallinn, Estonia. We have Gerald from Derrida, LA. We have Jurgen from Delft, Netherlands. Bob from Overland Park, Kansas. We have Jake. And we have Jake from Justin, Texas. We have Paulo from Madeira Island. This is cool. We have some new places this time.
I'm sorry, I had the wrong Gary. It wasn't the governor.
It wasn't the Gov?
No, it was Gary Badger.
Hey, Gary Badger. Hey, I know a Badger.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we have Paulo from Madeira Island. We have Artem from Markham, Canada. We have Eris and Dino from Dublin, Ireland, one of my favorite places on the planet. Okay, everybody. Is that it? Minnie?
You know what? I'm sorry.
Is that it?
Is it?
Hey, everybody. Have a great weekend. That was episode 189. We love you. We'll see you next week. And yes, next week, it is a two-part series. Because I can only cover so much in one. It is one of the most, that's a hint. It's one of the most amazing tools that I have been blessed to work with here. And I am going to go through the entire system of the exoskeleton over the next 2 Festool lives. So be prepared. We're going to have a heck of a run with it. And oh my God, you wait till you see what I got going on with it. Okay, everybody. Have a great weekend. Everybody chill. Everybody be safe. And happy birthday, Max. I'll see you tomorrow, brother.